Yo guys, it's Luke here from the CNC podcast. If you love all things copywriting, you are in the right place. So grab yourself a coffee and let's do this thing. G'day guys, it's Luke here, and I'm excited about today's podcast. There's been a lot happening this week. I'm about to release my first book, which is really exciting. It's basically in the final stages now. I'm just going through getting that edited, and then I'll have that available on the Amazon Kindle store. And I'll have that, if you're an email subscriber, you can also get that for free. So make sure you do that. But today's topic is why email still works so well, even in 2020. So obviously, it's kind of like the age of social media. We spend a crazy amount of time on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. And, I love those platforms just as much as everybody else. And it's a great way to see what the world's up to. And, with COVID at the moment, it's a great way to stay in touch with friends. And, I love Instagram and I love Instagram marketing. But I still think that email marketing is kind of like the reigning king of building a relationship with your ideal client and also to drive genuine sales. So, if you have a very powerful email list, it's almost like having an ATM that you can withdraw from at any time. But today I watched what would you call it? Almost like a mastermind between two very high-level copywriters talking about why email marketing works so well. And I just want to share some of my takeaways from that particular mastermind. So the first point is it's permission marketing. And when you think about Instagram and Facebook, you really don't have any say as to whether or not you see ads. Yes, you can turn ads off after you've seen them, but you can't really say, I want to opt in to see ads. So email's different. So, if you go to somebody's landing page and they have a book or they have an online course or something that is genuinely going to be of help to you and solve a problem that you have, you opt in to receive marketing from that person. You're basically saying, I like what you're about and I want to get more content from you. Now, when that happens, if that person you're opting into knows what they're doing, they're going to try and build a bond with you. So that's the second point. So if they know what they're doing, they'll be doing daily emails, which is something I specialize in, and they will want to build a personal relationship with you. And I actually talk about this in my book that's just about to be released. It's so powerful, and people don't realize that if you want to build a real relationship with somebody, it has to be done through email. So if you think about Instagram at the moment, it's an amazing platform and it's extremely powerful. There's people making insane amounts of money on there just from doing a post, that type of thing. But they can get lost in the sea of other people trying to not rip off their brand, but trying to imitate what they do. Whereas if you funnel that traffic away from Instagram or any other platform, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever, and you build a personal relationship with that person via email and via daily emailing, you really become front and center for anyone that is trying to solve a problem or looking for someone to become like a mentor to them. In my book, I talk about, there's an example of a made-up Instagram page. I call it Insta Lashes, and it's about a girl, her name's Belle, and she runs an Instagram page that specializes in doing lash tutorials. And I've got a friend that actually does this for a living. So that's kind of where the idea came from. And basically, this particular example, Belle is, her page has grown substantially. She's at 300,000 followers, and she's doing really well. She's got brand deals, and she's making great money, but she's doing everything. So she's answering to all the DMs, she's doing all the stories, the Instagram TV. She's kind of like burnt out, and she wants to cut back how much work she's doing, but still make consistent income. And the way to do that is through email marketing, by having that personal relationship with their audience via daily email. You literally can skyrocket your business by doing that. Which brings us to the third point. So when you do send a daily email, you automatically become a trusted advisor. And I think this is really cool. So if you think about the emails that you currently get in your inbox, those people, you're probably not reading all the emails, but more than likely, if a headline catches your eye, you are going to read that and automatically assume that the person you're reading that from is an actual expert. And they genuinely, more than likely, are. I mean, if they're in your inbox and they're giving you, tips and tricks and things that can improve your life, they are an expert already. Now, whether or not they genuinely are on an expert level, that's a different story. But by being in your inbox and giving you daily tips and daily advice to help you achieve that thing that you're trying to do, they become a trusted advisor, and that is extremely, extremely important. Now, the fourth one, I feel I can definitely relate to this. We're all addicted to email. When I was in my corporate job a couple of months ago, I was addicted to email. Like, I would have email open on one screen and, Facebook ads or Google ads on the other screen. And as soon as an email came in, I felt obligated to get back to that person almost as quickly as humanly possible. Now, what's interesting is I'm reading Dan Kennedy's time management book at the moment. It was a recommendation from Ben Settle, and I thought, I'm going to read this book because I know this is something I need help with. And it's so true. Like, he talks about putting a dollar value on your time. And I've really tried to instill this in my business. I try to set like a time period where I have email open and I only reply to things that are like urgent or things that, we're going to build my business, that type of thing. And I try and turn off all notifications on my phone because Mike Sharif told me an example when he said that there's a state of flow. And when you get into that state of flow, getting a notification or a new email, it can take you 25 minutes to get back into that state of flow. So it breaks your concentration and, all the hard work that you're doing basically disappears. So yes, I would say most of us are addicted to email, and that's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing if you're a marketer and you want to make sales because people love reading email, and it's a bad thing if you are currently addicted and you're trying to wean yourself off it. But it just goes to show you that email still remains the king of driving sales. And people, when you do a campaign, when you click the send button, you can almost see the sales come through immediately. So it is a very, very powerful platform, and it's something that I love. And now the fifth and final point is that email is still intimate, personal, and private. So if you think about Facebook, let's say there's one of your friends puts a post up and it's about, I don't know, where he's going on the weekend, or he's going to see his family, or he went and seen a movie, and you reply to that post. It's no longer really a personal conversation between you and your friend. Everybody can see that. Anybody you're friends with can see that notification. They can tag other people. And it's kind of one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I love social networks as a whole, but I'm always a little bit, what would you say, hesitant to reply to posts that I think, oh man, do I really want my personal conversation with this person to be out there for everybody? Whereas with email, it's where we collect, things that we purchase. It's where we have private conversations with people that we're doing business with. There's so much that happens inside our email, and it is a very personal thing. The other thing is, when you think about when you sign up for a social network, where does that all begin? It begins with your email address. You literally can't do anything online without having an email address. And that's why I think email, in my opinion, is the most powerful platform in 2020, and probably for a very, very long time until something replaces it, if that ever happens. And I really enjoyed listening to this mastermind, two people that are at a very, very high level in the marketing world, still saying that email is the place to be. So guys, with that being said, if you guys need help with your email marketing or email copywriting, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to do an audit or look at some of your work and let you know how we can improve it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next podcast. Cheers.